Did you know that the car in your driveway is already headed for extinction and the automaker isn't saying a word? As a result, sales are falling, dealerships are disappearing, and thousands of drivers are stuck with cars that nobody wants. No resale value, no service, and no warning. And the worst part is that these aren't just failed startups, weird concept cars. We're actually talking about luxury badges, rally legends, and even brands backed by billion-dollar giants. In this video, we're counting down 17 car brands quietly collapsing and how owning one could wreck your wallet and destroy your resale value. Let's dive in.
Number 17. Mini, the quirky brand that lost its cool. Mini was once the ultimate cool car. Compact, fun, instantly recognizable. But that charm has faded. In 2012, Mini sold 66,000 cars in the US. By 2024, just 22,487, a 66% collapse despite electric models like the Cooper SE. Mini calls itself premium, yet buyers see overpriced small cars with limited practicality. Quirky styling now feels repetitive and dated. Reliability issues, transmission failures, coolant leaks, electrical faults add costly headaches. Even BMW, its parent company, seems unsure. With shrinking markets and delayed EV plans, Mini risks becoming another Scion, quirky but forgotten. Number 16. Genesis, the luxury brand that can't shake its shadow. Genesis entered the US with bold designs, high tech, and lower prices than BMW and Mercedes. But in 2024, it sold just 75,030 vehicles, far behind BMW's 362,000 and Lexus's 319,000. Buyers still see Genesis as Hyundai in disguise. Recalls, like the 95,000 vehicles for fuel pump failures, eroded trust. Promised boutique showrooms often lead buyers to Hyundai lots, undermining the luxury image. Tariffs raise prices further, while the GV60 EV launch disappointed. Without a dramatic turnaround, Genesis risks becoming another Saab, potential crushed by perception and pricing. Number 15. Buick, the brand stuck in the past. Buick carries a grandpa car reputation it can't shake. Sales rose to 183,421 in 2024, but compared to Toyota's millions, Buick is clinging, not competing. The lineup, Encore GX, Envision, Invista, are seen as rebadged Chevrolets. Past scandals like the costly Tiger Woods sponsorship and mechanical issues further hurt credibility. Buick sits in the dangerous middle, not premium enough for luxury buyers, too pricey for budget shoppers. With shrinking resale values and limited dealer support, Buick risks being killed off by GM, leaving owners stranded. Number 14. Polestar, the EV darling running out of time. Polestar was meant to challenge Tesla with Swedish design and tech, but in 2024, it delivered just 54,600 cars, far below targets. By 2025, it needed emergency cash from Geely to survive. Its stock collapsed over 90%, and production delays continue. The Polestar 2 feels like a rebadged Volvo, while the Polestar 3 SUV is delayed and the Polestar 5 sedan may never arrive. Owners face glitchy software, weak range, and poor service support. Without a turnaround, Polestar risks becoming another Fisker, flashy but short-lived.
Number 13. Infiniti, the luxury brand that lost its identity. Infiniti once rivaled BMW and Lexus. Today, it's fading. In 2024, sales dropped to 58,070 in the US, nearly half what they were a decade ago. Showrooms have closed, with many merged into Nissan dealerships, destroying luxury credibility. The lineup is shrinking, sedans are gone, and SUVs feel outdated. Scandals over inflated performance numbers and massive recalls damage trust. Owners now face shrinking resale values and weak support. Infiniti promises EVs by 2027. Buyers may have moved on by then.
Number 12. Alfa Romeo, style without substance. Alfa Romeo thrives on looks, but behind the badge is unreliability. Ranked near the bottom by Consumer Reports in 2025, Alfa suffers constant issues: electrical faults, oil leaks, failing suspensions, and glitchy infotainment. Interiors feel cheap with fragile materials and poor assembly. Sales depend on heavy discounts, and service support often disappoints. Scandals like the Dieselgate fallout and botched model naming only worsened perception. Unless Alfa delivers real reliability soon, it risks vanishing, leaving owners with pretty cars that depreciate rapidly.
Number 11. Acura, the brand that lost its edge. Acura once shocked the world with the legend and NSX. But today, it's adrift. Sales fell from 209,000 in 2005 to 146,000 in 2024. Acura is seen as a fancy Honda, not true luxury. Reliability has slipped with transmission and electrical problems. The lineup lacks excitement. The NSX revival flopped and sedans have disappeared. Styling missteps like the beak grille damaged perception further. Acura sits in limbo, less prestigious than rivals, less affordable than Honda. Without bold direction, it risks fading into irrelevance.
Number 10. Peugeot, the comeback that never happened. Peugeot quit the US in 1991, promising a comeback for decades. PSA Group once targeted 2026, but after merging into Stellantis, the brand was shelved. In 2024, Stellantis confirmed Peugeot will never return to the US. In Europe, Peugeot faces shrinking sales against VW, Toyota, and Korean brand. Reliability remains shaky, and EVs like the E208 struggle for demand. Stuck between not premium and not budget, Peugeot is losing identity and global relevance. For Americans, Peugeot is gone. For Europeans, it's fading at home too. Number 9. Lincoln, prestige without power. Lincoln once defined American luxury, but today it's fading. Reliability issues plague owners. Suspension failures, oil leaks, slipping transmissions, electrical faults, and recalls. Younger buyers ignore the brand while rivals dominate. Consumer Reports ranks Lincoln 24th overall and 12th in luxury. Mediocre for a badge tied to presidents. Dealerships are shrinking, resale values are falling, and prestige alone can't save it. Unless Lincoln rebuilds its image and reliability, it risks becoming a relic of the past. Number 8. Jaguar, the cat that's running out of life. Jaguar once stood for elegance and performance. Today, it has gutted its lineup. Only the F-Pace SUV remains. The brand is betting everything on EVs, but new models won't arrive until 2025-26, leaving showrooms nearly empty. Sales collapsed 97% in Europe by April 2025. Global volume dropped from 180,833 in 2018 to just 26,862 in 2024. Rebranding attempts like dropping the Leaping Cat logo fell flat. For owners, resale values crash and support networks shrink. Jaguar is on life support, with survival hinging on risky EV bets. Number 7. Mitsubishi, from rally legend to irrelevant. Mitsubishi once built icons like the Lancer Evolution and Eclipse. Today, it's sold just 19,843 vehicles in the US in 2024. Tariffs froze deliveries in 2025, leaving dealers empty-handed. The Mirage is gone, leaving only bland SUV. Scandals from falsified fuel data in 2016 to past recall cover-ups destroyed trust. Owners face unreliable transmissions, weak suspensions, and poor build quality. Mitsubishi has no clear identity anymore. Not sporty, not premium, not reliable. It's a brand buyers now avoid. Number 6. Chrysler, running on borrowed time. Chrysler sold over 600,000 cars in 2005. By 2024, less than 125,000. Today, only the Pacifica remains as its consumer model, and sales are slipping. Stellantis killed the Airflow EV project, leaving Chrysler with no new product. CEO Carlos Tavares has openly warned some brands may not survive past 2026. Chrysler is at risk. Scandals over fraud, emissions cheating, and endless recalls eroded trust. Owners face plummeting resale values and shrinking support. Chrysler isn't just struggling, it's living on borrowed time. Number 5. Maserati, the Trident losing its shine. Maserati was once the symbol of Italian passion. In 2024, global sales collapsed 57%, down to just 11,300. Models like the Levante and Ghibli are ignored while buyers choose Porsche or Tesla. Stellantis is considering selling or killing the brand. US tariffs make already expensive cars unjustifiable. EV rollouts are delayed and demand is weak. For owners, the risks are huge. Plummeting values, uncertain parts, and possible abandonment. Maserati is deep in an identity crisis, and time is running out. Number 4. Lucid, the Tesla killer that's bleeding out. Lucid promised 500 miles of range and luxury interior. Instead, it lost $2.7 billion in 2024 and $3.1 billion the year before. Its stock collapsed over 95%. Production chaos left cars unfinished, leadership turmoil scared investors, and recalls for power failures hurt trust. Lawsuits accuse Lucid of inflating forecasts, while labor disputes show instability. The company survives mostly thanks to Saudi funding, but even billions may not save it. For buyers, the risk is clear. A Lucid could be worthless overnight. Number 3. Nissan, the giant on the edge. Nissan sold 865,938 vehicles in the U.S. in 2024, but profits are collapsing. The Maxima is nearly dead, the Altima is fading, and globally, Nissan expects a $5.3 billion loss. Failed merger talks with Honda, job cuts, plant closures, and canceled EVs show a company with no future-ready lineup. Scandals, from Carlos Ghosn's dramatic escape to fuel economy cheating, shattered trust. Insiders warn Nissan may have just 12 to 14 months before deeper trouble. For owners, resale values and support are at risk. Nissan is running out of road.
Number 2. Fisker, the comeback that died twice. Fisker's Ocean SUV was supposed to be redemption. Instead, it collapsed again. Owners reported hoods flying open, doors jamming, and power loss. Investigations piled up. By 2024, Fisker halted production, buried in $1.3 billion debt. It filed for bankruptcy in June 2024. Lawsuits and fraud allegations followed, while service networks collapsed. Owners were left stranded with broken features and no repairs. Fisker's second failure proved some brands don't get another chance. Number 1. Canoe, the startup that vanished overnight. Canoe was hyped as the next Tesla, with Walmart orders and NASA partnerships. But in January 2025, it filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, liquidation. The company had just $50,000 in assets against $160 million in debt. Factories closed, workers were laid off, lawsuits followed, and buyers were left stranded. Once futuristic vans are now worthless. Canoe's collapse shows a chilling truth. If a startup with Walmart and NASA behind it can vanish, no EV newcomer is safe. From Mini to Canoe, these 17 brands show how fast automakers can collapse and how owners are the ones left paying the price. Before you buy your next car, remember, a shiny badge doesn't guarantee a future.